So good evening, students. Today we discuss about multiple integrals. So already we are discussing about the calculus. The earlier parts of our lectures and discussions, we have discussed about the derivatives, partial derivatives, and their applications. Uh, uh, Focusing more on Jacobians and Taylor series representation, Jacobians, maxima and minima properties, and we have seen we have solved good number of problems on these concepts. When it comes to so we have an idea of simple integral. See, when it comes to simple integral, we have anyway two things are there. One integral means basically while talking about evaluation, when we talk about a single integral, the evaluation we are talking about we are talking about a definite integral here. So we have a to b f of x dx. What we mean by evaluation of the integral here, I mean we are talking about this integral, definite integral, what we call definite integral. So here evaluation, that is finding its value. This, as I already told during our starting discussion, this is called integrand. We some I mean the notations I am again recalling, and this one is called uh, integrating variable. Integrating variable, and these are called limits of a and b are called limits of integration. A and b are called limits of limits. They are called upper and lower limits. What we mean by limits here, it is understood that the integrating variable varies between a and b. That is the meaning of limits. So the variable x varies from a to b. That is the meaning here. X lies between a and b. That is the meaning here. So strictly speaking, we have only two important ways for evaluating the integral. That is finding the value. One is called the most important one is called change of variable. Change of variable. This is one technique, and the other one is called integration by parts. These are the two things we frequently apply in order to evaluate single integrals. In order to evaluate single integrals, I mean. Just a minute. Yeah. So see here, I already told about these things. Single integral. So integrand is a real valued function of one variable. There are indefinite integrals and definite integrals. When we talk about definite integral, that is there comes the idea of region of integration. So this is called region of integration. That is the notation we follow. So this is called region of integration. These are the notations we follow when it comes to single integral. That is function of here. The function f of x is a real valued function of real variable. Real valued function of real variable means The variable takes real numbers and it delivers the output is also a real number. The value of the function is also a real number. So in that context, we are talking about these single integrals. So the notion of integrand, integrating variable, and region of integration, they are the most important things here. So when we go for multiple integrals, we use these notions actually. So when we are dealing with single integrals, what are the key terms? What are the key terms that we use? We'll see. So the key terms that we use are integrand. The key terms we use is integrand, that is basically a real valued function, a, a real valued function of a real variable. So that is, and usually we represent that by f of x in the above context. That is the first point. The second point is that the second point is that the second point is that uh, integrating variable. So that is, we usually say here integrating variable in the above thing, integrating variable. So here we are considering that integrating variable in our context as x, and that is third one is region of integration. We are instead of saying limits, we call from now onwards region of integration. So region of integration means where this x is taken from. So x is taken, any value will take any value from a to b. So these are the three important notions or key terms for evaluating integrals, and the techniques here are change of variable and integration by parts. That is yeah, right. So see here some simple integrals of real valued functions. We know that integration is the reverse process of differentiation. That is what this slide says. And see, methods of evaluating a simple integral, a single integral here is uh, change of variable. We are already talking about. And the other one is by parts, which we know. Integral UdV is UV minus VDU, etc. That is there. Now, yeah, when it comes to applications of simple integral, that is single integral, see the volume formula is here. So a of x, see you have a function here that is y is equal to f of x we are talking about. So if you take that as c, that is volume formula, that is. So you have a curve here, and that curve is given by a of x, and when you are rotating about x-axis, the volume is coming like that. That is what it says. Some more are there. We'll see it at an appropriate time. These things. We want to actually go for these multiple integrals here. Yeah, right. That is because in GATE you find more questions on multiple integrals. And so when it comes to multiple integrals, here I told when we talk about multiple integrals, yeah, right, right. See, integrand is a real valued function of more than one variable. That is what we mean by multiple integral. So here we focus on double integrals and triple integrals. So when it comes to multiple integrals, So when it comes to multiple integrals, we focus. So what is the meaning? So we focus on two things. One is double integral, and the other is triple integral. One is double integral and the other is triple integral. So see again what we mean by a double integral. In the double integral also we can talk about the integrand, that is the first notation. So integrand integrand is a function, a real valued function of two variables. It is a function of two variables, real valued function of two variables, usually x and y. And here also we talk about region of integration. Of course, the variables are integrating variables are x and y, and here we talk about region of integration. Here that is a part of xy plane. Region of integration. When you talk about region of integration, here I mean a bounded part, a bounded region, region a bounded region in xy plane. In xy plane, that is important here. In xy plane. So when it comes to triple integrals, so it is here the integrand. Here the integrand is a function of three variables, usually x, y, and z, and the integrating variables are x, y, and z. And the region of integration, here is uh, is a bounded region in here also. It's a bounded region. It is not a plane region here, but it is a part of a bounded region in 3D, that is in three-dimensional space. That is the meaning here. So in both cases, see, these are two examples of multiple integrals, double integral and triple integral. In case of double integral, the integrand is a function of two variables, and with the region of integration is part of the bounded region, which is a part of the xy plane. And when it comes to triple integral, the integrand is a real valued function of three variables. The integrand is a function of three variables, and the region of it is a part of the three space. So again, see, yeah, right. I quickly recall so far what I have told. See here, the part of our discussion today is on multiple integrals. We have the motivation here, single integral. We knew about that one. That is the idea of definite integral, integral a to b f of x dx. So we talk about the evaluating of this integral. Evaluating means how we evaluate, that is the first thing. And the second thing is what is its value. So here there are basically three parts: integrand, integrating variable, region of integration. Usually when we write integral a to b f of x dx, we call a and b are the limits of the integration, and limits for the integral, and f of x is called integrand and x is called the integrating variable. But see, here a and b are limits means x lies between a and b. That is the meaning here. That is why that idea is coined as region of integration. So we have an integrand, that is a f of x. So a real valued function of a real variable. So x is a real number, f of x is also a real number. That is the meaning here. So integrating variable is x, region of integration. These are the three key terms when we deal with evaluation of a definite integral. On the other hand, now how you do the process, how you perform the evaluation, there are two basic techniques here. One is called changing of variable, the other is called integration by parts. Integration by parts. As I already have shown, this one, yeah. So integration is the reverse process of differentiation. So we have integration, change of variable and by parts. You know about these ideas. Change of variable means put a, say, say t square is equal to p and d 2t dt is equal to dp, like that we call it. That process is known as change of variable. Here I have, in this slide, I have formalized that idea. So the other one is called by parts. You have u into uv dx is equal to u into integral v dx minus this one. They are the only two techniques that are usually useful in evaluating single integrals. That is, or simple integrals, like single integral or simple integral. So when it comes to multiple integrals, we have two things here. One is called double integral and the other is called triple integral. Here the integrand is a function of two variables. When we are dealing with double integrals, the integrand is a function of two variables, namely x and y. And the integrating variables are also x and y. If you talk about f of xy, see here, I mean the integrand when I am talking about double integrals. So if I say f of xy, these two are numbers, real numbers, and this f of xy is also real number. So it is a real valued function of two real variables. That is the what I mean by integral in case of double integral. Right. So right. Next, region of integration in case of double integrals, because see here we are dealing with two variables. Always try to remember thing like this. This is xy plane. A part of this region is called region of integration. That is called, this is usually region of integration. It is bounded. I call it region of integration is always bounded region integration. So this is, see here, when it is for double integrals, please remember. When you are dealing with single integrals, you have only x-axis there and x lies between a and b. That is what we say. But when it comes to double integral, the region is a plane region, region of integration, which is bounded. I will show some examples there. And most of the questions in GATE comes from double integrals. So we need to focus more on this one. And what is a triple integral? The triple integral is here the integrand is a function of three variables, x, y, and z. They are the variables, integrating variables. And the region of integration is naturally, it is a part of the three-dimensional space. I mean, three-dimensional space means is a very simple one. So you have like x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So some part of that, I mean, it can be a sphere, or it can be a cylinder. Likewise, when it comes to this one here, the region of integration usually maybe, see, it may be a circular region or something like between a line and a parabola. See here. So this may be our region of integration. Like that, it will be there. So in case of double integral, the region of integration is a plane region, On the other hand, when we talk about triple integrals, it is a part of the space, that is three-dimensional space. It's a bounded region. Right. Now we go to slide. Okay. We need to focus more on, I already told you in gate questions, most of the questions are from double integral. So here, as in the case of single integral, how many are there? Two methods are there, I already told you. One is called change of variable, the other is called integration by parts. In addition to these two, when we discuss about multiple integrals, there comes a third idea, third one, that is known as the third one. It is called uh, changing the order of integration. Changing the order of integration. That is, with respect to x you are doing first, or with respect to y you are doing first. That we need to decide. Changing the order. This is also known as iterated integration. Iterated integration. So simple, with respect to x followed by y, or with respect to y first and then followed by x. That's the idea here. Similarly, when it comes to triple integrals also, the same thing will come. So here is the idea. See here, we are double integral f of xy dx dy. This is the an ideal double integral, how it looks like. So here, what we are saying is that first we are doing with respect to y, then followed by x. That is the meaning here. When I write like this, see, yeah, just a minute. So this is our integral f of xy dx dy. That is the double integral. The region of integration is D. See here, I have shown the region of integration. This is x variable, this is y variable. So f of xy, z is equal to f of a. You need a z axis to know what is f of xy value. So we are not going for that, but this is the region of integration is important. See, in this region of integration, where is the boundary? The boundary is here. See, this is a curve basically. This is another curve. The intersection is, that is, it is the boundary, the region is enclosed by these two curves. The intersection of these two curves, enclosed by these two curves. So, enclosing I mean, this is the one. This is the one. Fine. Now see, now see, so if we want to integrate with respect to y first, it is very simple thing. If you want to integrate y with respect to y first, then draw a strip parallel to y-axis. Draw a strip parallel to y-axis. See, this is our y-axis. Draw a strip parallel to y-axis. What is the equation of this curve? See, curve 1. This is the curve 1. So he says it is there will be an equation. Every equation, every curve will be represented by equation in x and y. So it is y is equal to beta x, he is saying. There is another curve. There is another curve here. That curve is this one. The equation of that curve is like, say, y is equal to alpha of x. Now, first we decided to do integration with respect to y here. So now see what we are doing. Once you decide to do integration with respect to y, then draw a line parallel to y-axis. That is what I have done here. Y. Now, this strip rests on two curves, on both the curves. The lower part of this strip, the lower part of the lower part of this strip, okay, Okay. The lower part of this strip rests here and the upper pass rests on this curve. So what will be the y value? See, when you are seeing what is the y value here, what is the y value? Y value is naturally y is equal to alpha of x. That is what he wrote here. And see, when we are measuring from bottom to top along y-axis, we measure. If we are doing from the measurement along x-axis, from left to right, we do. So y varies from alpha x. See here, it is alpha x here. It is beta x here. So we wrote alpha x to beta x. Then what we are doing here, see here. Then what we are doing, so you have drawn a strip here, fine. And here the y value is alpha x, here the value y value is beta x. Now slowly we are moving this strip like this, we are covering the region, we are covering the region from where you are covering the region by moving the strip along x-axis. So from where to where you are moving the strip, from x is equal to a to x is equal to b, that is what we have written here. X is equal to a to x is equal to b. So that they may write like this also, but I prefer this notation only. So I'll clear this slate now. See, so you can see clearly. So we prefer what? We prefer this one. We prefer this one. That is easy to handle in answering questions in GATE. So fine. Now we'll go for that is so one more thing. Yeah, right. One more thing. If you go like first y and then followed by x. No, I want to do first x, then followed by y. Then what should I do? That may be your question. If that is the thing, there is a way. That is the thing. There is a way. I'll tell that one. Right. Now see what is that way. So now if you want to see what we are doing here, here I'm writing. So the same thing here. Sorry. Right. The same thing here. We want to do first with respect to. So here you have f of xy. With respect to x, I want to do. Then followed by y. That is what I want to do. So if you want to do with respect to x first, if you want to do with respect to x first, okay, then what you need to do? Now draw strip parallel to x-axis. Now draw strip parallel to x-axis. So here see what is the x value. So you need, what I mean to say is that you have to see here like you have to write x in terms of y for both of these things. For both of these things, you need to write x in terms of y. Using an example, I will tell you this. So when you say it is x in terms of y, here the x limit will be there and here y limit will be there. That will see. If you look at the example, we can easily see. I'll show the example in the next slide. Right. Right. You take this example. See, if you take this example, what is the region of integration here? What is the integrand here? What is the region of integration? Okay. right? So here, what is the integrand here? 6x, so x square y. 6x square y is the integrand. So our f of xy is 6x square y. Please remember here. And what is the region D? D is here. It is given. Here, according to this one, the region C here is enclosed by y is equal to x and y is equal to x square. How y is equal to x square looks like? It's a parabola. This is the parabola. Where is y is equal to x here? Y is equal to x will be, this is the line. But enclosing means it should be a bounded one. So the only choice now is, this is the one. That is your region. Okay, that is our region. Now see how to do integration in both ways. In fact, yes, clearly mentioned. So I will enlarge this because, right. So we have something like, okay, I'll show here better where to write. Very good. So see here, our picture is like this. Okay. So we have y is equal to x. This is our y is equal to x graph. And there is a parabola. Parabola means we take one more color, then you can understand easily, right?
Sir, how did you get the two equations, sir? Y equal to x, y equal to x square.
Yeah, right. Good. Just it. So again, please repeat the question. I am not able to follow.
So how
Can you
did you
repeat
get that equation? Y equal to x and y equal to x square?
how I know you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. See, they will give a picture like this. Say they say that the region is bounded by the line y is equal to x and y is equal to x square. They clearly tell that one. I will show. See, when you see the, I mean, question bank, yeah. See, it will be like this. Sometimes by looking at that one also we can do it. By looking at the problem also we can do it. In this selection, let me see. Yeah, for example, here all are lines. Luckily, each of these examples, most of them are lines. That is the problem here. See here, if this is the case, it is not a line. This 18th question is not a line. I'll tell you, they will give first this. Unless they give that region, you cannot do like this. They have to clearly tell the region. Unless they have either to give the picture like this or region. The picture is given. That is why I'm able to do this one. The picture is y is equal to x is clearly there. Y is equal to x square is also there. Are you getting my point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
No, right.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, right. So y is equal to x square is there. See here. So this is our y. So no, I have to write in a, because yeah, right. This is good. Y is equal to x square. Now see, if you solve these two things, they usually will not give the picture. If they give, it is good. But if they don't give picture, then what to do? So you put this y is equal to x. See, y is equal to x is there. Y is equal to x square is there. We need to find these 2 points. We need to find these 2 points. What are the 2 points here? The points are this point and this point because the region is this, the integrating region is this. Those 2 points. How can we find those 2 points? Use, on one hand you have y is equal to x square, on the other hand you have y is equal to x. So x square is equal to x you are getting. So x square is equal to x means x square minus x is 0. So x into x minus 1 is 0. So either x is 0 or x is 1. So that is why here x is 0, here x is 0, here x is 1. So this is 1, this x is 1, this x is 0. Now if x is 0, see, you can put in any of these two equations. You will get y. Y is 0 here. And if x is 1, you put in any of these two equations, y you will get 1. That is why 1, 1 he got. See here. He got 1, 1 there. Okay. Now see, we want to do integration with respect to x followed by y. That is our aim. So what is our integrand here? 6x square y. First with respect to x followed by y. Please remember here. First with, so you write your integrand here, x square y. First with respect to x I am saying, then followed by y. This is first we'll try to attempt. So first with respect to x means parallel to x-axis draw a strip. That is simple. Parallel to x-axis draw a strip. That is what I am saying. Okay. So this strip rests on both these two curves. So what is the value of x here and what is the value of y here? We need to know. Simply, in order to know, see, this is one equation is there here, y is equal to x. So you write simply x is equal to y. Along this curve, x is y always. And along this curve, see, but there is a problem. Can you write from this one x in terms of y? Yes, we can write. X is equal to plus or minus root y. So the question now is this plus root y or minus root y? That is the question. X is equal to plus root in this first quadrant, because this region is there in the first quadrant. Your x value is positive, so you have to take x is equal to plus root y here. So our x varies from y to here y to in this right side x is equal to root y you have to take. So here x is equal to y. See, I already told when you are measuring from here along x-axis left to right you have to take. X is equal to root y. X is equal to y. See, left side. I think left side means left to right. So left side x is value is y. Right side x value is root y. We don't take minus root y because we are in the region is in the first quadrant. That is the reason. That is the reason. Now what is the next step? You have to move this strip like this to cover along y-axis you are moving. So from where? Because the bottom end of this region is here and the upper end is here. So between these two things, y values you are moving. So what is the y value here? Y value is 0. What is the y value here? Because the quotient is 1, 1 here. Y is 1 here. So y is from 1 to 1, 0 to 1, lower to. So y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. This is how we do. So now see, when you are doing with respect to x, keep y as constant. So, so when you are doing with respect to x, what is this? 6x cube. Okay, I'll do one thing. Okay. So this is equal to, see, y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. Outer part remains like that. And the inside, see, with respect to x we are doing, so 6x cubed by 3 here. 6x cubed by 3. And y is constant. Don't worry about y. You can keep like that. And now the x value is root here y to root y. And finally, the outer part is dy. So now, when you put, see, it is 2x cubed. So we further simplify this. It is y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. So you have the 2x cube y here, and our x limits are y to x is equal to root y here. So this is dy. So what is this? So when you put, so this is y is equal to 0 to 1. X value upper limit is y. So y is y power half. So 2 will come out y power, okay, 3 by 2 into y minus, you are putting y now, so y cube into y cube into y dy. Now, so the whole thing is now in terms of y. So this is equal to 2 into y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. And 3 by 2 plus 1 means 5 by 2. So y is power 5 by 2 minus y power 4 will be there, and dy. That's all. This you can do it. This one can do it and write. Okay, that's okay if you want that. Let me simplify at least one problem. So 5 by 2 plus 1. So y power 7 by 2 by 7 by 2 minus y power 5 by 5, while limits between 0 and 1. So you can simplify and one can get the answer. But the question here is, this is because in GATE how they ask questions. You see, I am selecting some problems from one material and I'm giving. They may not be that much simple. So he may give one order, and if you change the order, what are the limits? That is a good question in GATE. So he may give like this, just like this. And if you do, what are the limits for? If you do with respect to y followed by x, what are the limits? Then he may ask like that. They may ask like that. So in such a case, see here, in such a case, no, so if you change the order, if you change the order, means with respect to here, what we have done with respect to x followed by y we did. Now I want to do with respect to y first and then followed by x. So I'm just recalling that graph. Here it is like this. Here you have 1 1. Here you have 0 0. This is okay, good. Now first what we are doing, first with respect to y followed by x. Please remember, in the earlier case we did first with x then followed by y. So what I have to do? So I have to write like this: 6x square y first with respect to y followed by x. If you decide to do with respect to y, then what did I told you? I just told you to draw a strip parallel to y-axis in the region. This is our region. Where is our region? Our region is this. This is our region. So in that region, parallel to y-axis, you draw a strip. Now from bottom to up, y values. So you have this strip. You are moving this strip like this. That's all, from left to right. Left is x value 0, right is x value 1. So see, the outer values are very easy. X is 0, x is 1. But the inner values, so you have this here, say, so, yeah. So you have this as your strip. What is the y value here? This is y is equal to x square. We know that thing. So here the bottom, that is in the bottom, here y is equal to x square. What is the y value here? This is line is y is equal to x. So y is equal to x. So simple here. So here y is equal to x square to y is equal to x. Remember one thing. So when you are doing with respect to y, keep x as constant. So what will be this integral here? It is 6x square into y square by 2, because we are doing with respect to y. And then substitute the limits here. One is x square for y and another is y is equal to x. Then finally, you will get the answer in terms of x, and again one more integration yields your value. Both are same values here. If you do like this and this, both are same. So that is the, again I'll show here. So either this is what I mean by changing the order. We already told you that there are two techniques here. Yeah, here change of variable, integration by parts, that is already always there. But there is a, when you are dealing with the multiple integrals, changing order matters here. Changing the order matters here. So sometimes if you choose one particular way, then you may get the answer quickly. That is the meaning here, right? So for both the, see here, look at this slide. For both the things, as I mentioned, if you are doing for this one with respect to x followed by y, and see the first one is, the first one on the top, he is doing first with respect to y, then followed by x. In the second part, I mean first and second, I mean, here he is doing first with respect to y followed by x. Okay, so he is pulling that x part as constant out of the integral. You can do like, and in the second one he is doing with respect to x. That's why we got, see, first is root y, I told you that, and here x square x, we have done already that. So then followed by y. That is the all about this slide. This slide. So changing of variable is this good.
Sir, that changing of variable,
Ah,
can you repeat, sir? Only that limits how to take, sir.
yeah,
Only
right.
that.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
I'll do one thing. I'll do two cases. I will tell you two examples we'll create, and then if you understand this, you can do any all the problems there. Okay, this is the crucial thing you have to understand. Okay, again I will repeat. See, again I will repeat. Oh, just a minute. Right. Good. See, uh, I'll again work out, because doing same note, if I explain, it's not right. Okay, see here. What is given? First integrand, that part I am saying. Integrand is 6x square y. Next, you need to worry about region of integration. That is from where you are choosing this x and y. That is the meaning. So it is, region is bounded by, I say like this, they give in gate paper like this, bounded by the curves y is equal to x and y is equal to x square. They have to give like this. Then only you can evaluate. If they give these two things, then you can evaluate the integral. That's all. So region is bounded by y is equal to x and y is equal to x square. So simple thing here. So we have x-axis, y-axis. One curve is y is equal to x, the other is y is equal to x square. So simply draw the curve y is equal to x. Y is equal to x is like this. This is y is equal to x. Then the other curve is y is equal to x square. Y is equal to x square will be like this. Say, this is y is equal to x square. Now see, I am saying bounded by. Bounded by means, when you look at this carefully, where is the bounded region? See, this has how many parts I will show you. How many parts I will show you. This is one part. This is another part. See, this part is like this. This whole thing will come here. Another part is here. Another part is here. See, this whole thing. So you have 4 parts here. Among those 4 parts, only bounded thing is this. Remaining are not bounded, unbounded. So if you stand here, your address is x comma y. You are able to see the boundaries. That is why it is called a bounded. You stand here, you see this wall or this wall. That is why otherwise, if you stand here, you may see this wall or this wall. But if you look in this direction, you don't find wall. So bounded region is that. Fine. Now, what we need to do? We want to do first with respect to y followed by x. That is our decision. So,
Sir, we can change also, no, sir? X and Y.
yeah, right. That's what I told you. That's what I told you. First followed by y, first y followed by x. See here. Here I already explained. That's what I explained here. First with respect to x followed by y means this. First with respect to y followed by x means this. That's what I told you. Both you will get the same answer. But then why? Which is better, you may ask. There it all depends on the geometric shape of that region. Are you getting my point? You are not, is
Yes,
it
sir.
not clear? Yeah. So,
Got it.
right, fine. So here the problem is here, I'll tell you, see, with respect to y means, let me quickly close and I'll choose another problem. There you can see the which one is better, you can see. See, if you want to do with respect, what is this? Okay. If you want to do with respect to x first, what I am saying, draw a strip parallel to x-axis. You have this curve. You express that curve in x in terms of y. So y is equal to x means x is equal to y. Here this right hand is y is equal to x square is equal to y, but x is equal to plus or minus root y. But we are in the first quadrant. So in the first quadrant, x value is positive. So we are taking x is equal to root y here. We are not, if your region is here, then you need to take x is equal to minus root y. You are in the first quadrant here. The bounded region is there in the first quadrant. That is why x is equal to y to x is equal to y to x is equal to square root y. It is there here. X is equal to y to, see the second line. X is equal to y to square root of y is there. Then what are the values? So you are moving the strip along y-axis. So here y value is 0. Here y value is 1. How do I know that is 1? Because it is 1, 1. The border point is 1, 1. Corner point is 1. This region has only 2 corner points. One is 0, 0 and the other is 1. So, yeah, if first x then followed by y means x limits are y and square root of, root y, and y limits are 0 to 1. That's what we have told in the second part of this one. Second part I mean this. If you want to for first part, that is first with respect to y, then draw a strip parallel to y-axis. At this point, what is the y value? Automatically y is expressed in terms of x square. So that is why he is writing x square here. And what is the y value here? It is y is equal to x. And you are moving that strip along x-axis now. That's why we wrote here, see, along x-axis. So this x. So here x value is 0, here x value is 1. So x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 1. Now I will show one thing where you need to respond, that participate in this, then you can understand. I will frame a question here. You try to participate. Give the response. I will tell you. Then you are done. Okay, why should we waste time on erasing? I'll go to the next page. Okay. See here, our integrand is same thing. I say we will keep the same thing, but my region I'm saying, see how it is. I will give like this. I have to slowly formulate this. Good, good. Okay. So this is our integrand. This is our integrand. Then our region I'm telling. Region is the part of the first quadrant, the part of first quadrant bounded by the circle x square plus y square is equal to 1 and the line, okay, and the line x is equal to y, comma, lines I say, not line, lines, x is equal to y, comma, x-axis. This is our region. See here, we'll draw the picture, then you can see. You have x-axis here, y-axis here. X square plus y square is equal to 1. So circle is like this. Okay, that is our circle. We are in the first quadrant. Then we need to take one more curve he has given. Y is equal to x. Okay, y is equal to x. So this is our y is equal to x. Please see here, this is y is equal to x, and this curve is x square plus y square is equal to 1. Right. Now he has given one more because we need to get to that region, no? So he involved x-axis also. We are in the first quadrant. So where is our region? Our region is, okay, now I'll show our region. This part and this. That is our region. Now I want limits from your side. You need to respond. Now I want limits first with respect to x-axis, then followed by y. What are the limits? Participate. First with respect to x. That is here 6x square y is there. Then followed by y. Now I want x limits. Can you tell?
Sir, x at origin x is 0.
See, you always remember one thing. Is the region of integration clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now what did I say? If you want to do with respect to x first integration, then you draw a strip parallel to x-axis in the region. Okay. Then you see what is x value here and what is x value here. The x value here can be obtained from this relation. Simply x is equal to y. The x value here can be obtained from this relation, please. So how can I get this from this? It is x is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 minus y square. Do we need to take plus root of 1 minus y square or minus root of 1 minus y square?
Plus, sir. It's in
Right,
first quadrant.
First quadrant. So you have to write from y, x is equal to y, here x is equal to y to x is equal to plus root of 1 minus y square. Is it clear now? Now see, I will show the trick here. Okay, x is equal to y to x is equal to square root of 1 minus y square. Done. Now what are the limits for y? So to find limits for y, what you are doing here? So what you are doing here? You are moving this strip from, you are covering in fact by pushing this line out. From where? From here. What is the y value here? The y value is 0 here. You are pushing upwards till here, till here. What is the y value there? If you want to know, then you need to solve these two equations. This equation and this. Put y is equal to x there. See. So you have x square plus y square is equal to 1 means 2x square is equal to 2x square is equal to 1. So 2x square.
Sir, presenting screen, I can't see, sir.
What? No. What? Pardon? Again, repeat. Hello?
Sir, he will rejoin, sir. He has some network issue. He will rejoin.
Okay. So, can we wait or proceed?
Just a second, sir. He'll join.
Okay. Right. Right, Surya Prakash. See here, what I'm saying is it clear? Now this, is it visible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Right, okay. Now see what I'm saying. Good, okay. Now see what I'm saying is that you are moving the strip from this y is equal to 0 to till here we are moving.
Sir, screen, sir.
Pardon?
I can't see the screen, sir.
No, I think is Vinay, are you able to see?
Yes, sir, I can see. I think he has some network issues, sir.
I'm presenting here. I have logged into one laptop and mobile also. Both I am able to see.
1 second, sir. I'll try 1 second.
Okay, you try one more. Vinay, are you there? Both of you are in mechanical or ECE? You tell me first.
Mechanical, sir.
Oh, so you good. Okay, right. He is also in mechanical. Surya Prakash. Okay, good. Okay. Right. See. When you have two equations here, x square plus y square is equal to 1 and y is equal to x. You eliminate one variable from both these equations. So put y is equal to x. So you have 2x square is equal to 1. We have 2x square is equal to 1 here. So x square is 1 by 2. So x is equal to 1 by root 2. Okay, plus or minus 1 by root 2. Again, you have a problem. Yes, x is equal to plus or minus 2. So if x is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 2, x is equal to y is there. So y is equal to also plus or minus 1 by root 2. So here we are in the first quadrant. So both x and y values are positive. So 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. So we need to integrate from this y from y is equal to what did I say, 0 to y is equal to 1 by root 2. Usually they will use simple things only. Just I am showing this one. They don't ask you to evaluate. They will ask you to change the integration and see how the things may appear. Right. So fine. This side, is it clear now? First with respect to x, then followed by y. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Right. But now see, if you want to do with respect to y followed by x, there will be some problem here in this region. First with respect to y, then followed by x. See here. So first with respect to y, how I have to choose a color now. Okay, then only you can see the difference. Okay. Right. So first with respect to y now. So draw a strip parallel to y-axis. Right?
Yes, sir.
What is happening here is that first I will tell you from where you are moving, you want to cover this region. From here you are starting like this, like this, like this. You came till here, okay, fine. Till here, what is happening? No, till here, the bottom part rests on x-axis. The something is okay. The bottom part till here, the bottom part rests on x-axis. The upper part rests on the y is equal to x. But once this moves out, when you cross this x value, this x value is 1 by root 2. Already we have solved 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Then once you move to this place, this part, here bottom part is same as, this, y is equal to 0. But the upper part rests on this circle. Please remember. That is the problem. So you have to divide this into two parts and then do the integration. That is a difficult one. Why should we evaluate two integrals? So the best choice here is to go for first x-axis followed by y. Are you able to get my point?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes. So you need to integrate. See, we have in single integrals, you have something like a to b fx dx is integral a to c fx dx plus c to b fx dx. Like that we are doing here. If you follow first with respect to y and then followed by x. So from x from 1 to root 2, you have to write like this. X from 1 to root 2, x from 0 to x is equal to 1 by root 2. You have here the integrand y value is 6x square y will be there. Here dy will be there. Here dx will be there. Y will be 0 to y will be there x. This is one part. See here. This part from here to here. Once you cross that 1 by root 2, what is this point? This point is naturally 1 comma 0. You are on the circle. X square plus y square is equal to 1. So next you have to write this plus x is equal to 1 by root 2 to x is equal to 1. You have again 6x square y dy and dx. Here y value is again 0, but y value here is square root of 1 minus x square, not minus, because we are in the first quadrant. Y value here is. So you need to integrate two integrals here. Why should we waste our time? So the best choice is this. So changing the order also, you have to reduce the computational time, and then in such a way you have to choose the order of integration. That is why it is one important technique for evaluating multiple integrals. Right. So these things, right? I hope we now this. Let me see what is the next slide. Okay, then changing of variables is there. Changing of variables means, see, yeah, that also I will explain. Then we go for problem solving session. We may need one more session also, because only half an hour is left. We'll see. Okay, no hurry, because you need to answer these questions. That is the aim. All right. What is changing of variable? Here you have something. Probably you might have heard about x is equal to r cos theta, phi is equal to r sin theta, something like this you have. Okay. See, I will tell you what is the why we need to go for change of variable. I'll show a very simple application. Where is that? Probably might have written here on application. Here. See, applications of double integral, if I look at area, here is a region C at the bottom, X, Y axis. Don't worry about the Z axis. You have the region D there. Simply double integral D of X comma Y is the area. Okay. I'll show because transparent I will make think and I'll show. Right. So you only worry about, I'm talking about one application. The use of change of variable I'm telling you here. So yeah, don't worry about the Z axis, leave it. So you are in the XY plane. This is your region. If you want to find the region, area of that region, this is the formula. Double integral dx dy. Where is that d? Again, your d is surrounded by some curves, enclosed by some curves. That's all. So if I ask you, see, now I am coming to the necessity for discussing change of variable. One of the important uses. Right. So yeah, just all right. Suppose if I ask you to find, okay, suppose I don't know the area of the circle. Suppose you please we don't know the area of the circle. We don't know the area of the circle. I say that there is a region here. That region is inscribed in the that region is inscribed by the circle centered at origin with radius 1. That is what I told. So the boundary is described by described by x square plus y square is equal to 1. So where is our region? Our region is this. We want to find the region of integration. I mean area of the integral, area of this region. So what he is telling, the formula is this. The formula is area of that region. I say because we represent this region by d. A of d is double integral just d dx dy. That's all. That is your region of integration. Okay. Now see, if you want to integrate, then what did I tell you? You need to choose the order of integration. Okay, we'll do with respect to x first, followed by y. Good. If that is the case, okay, what is the integrand here? The integrand is 1, constant, nothing is there in that, constant. So you have C here, dx. So first we want to do with respect to x followed by y. So if you want to do with respect to x first, then what did I tell you? Draw a strip parallel to x-axis, right? Then see what is the x value here and what is the x value here. What is the x value? See, you need to express x in terms of y. So what you will get here, x is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 minus y square. So here x value is, here x is minus root of 1 minus y square because you are in the second quadrant. Here x value is, x is equal to plus root of 1 minus y square. Good. So it is clear. So I write here x is equal to square minus root of 1 minus y square to plus root of 1 minus y square. X is equal. Fine. Now what are the limits for y? So what are you doing here? Your limits for y are, see, your limits for y are here to here. Why? You are moving this strip like this. You are covering the region by pushing this strip from y is equal to this point to y is equal to this point. So what is y at this point? It is 0 comma minus 1 this point, because there is a unit circle. This is 0 comma plus 1. So here y is equal to minus 1 to y is equal to plus 1, right? Similarly, you can think about y to x also. First y followed by x. It is a symmetric integral. So y is equal to square root of 1 minus square root of 1 minus x square to plus root of 1 minus x square will come. X is equal to minus 1 to 1. That's not an issue here, right? But see here, the how you will do integration. See, one, the when we go into the inner integral, this part, the integrand is 1, constant function is an even function. So see, we need not do much integration. You can just use properties and tell what is going to come here. So the constant function is an even function. So it is twice, that is 2 into 0 to square root of 1 minus y square dx. So this comes as twice 0 to square root of 1 minus y square dx. So dx is x. So that value is okay, 2 into square root of 1 minus y square. That is, so this whole part is 2 into square root of 1 minus. Now you have to integrate from y is equal to minus 1 to y is equal to 1. Again, 1 minus y, here dy is there. 1 minus y square is an even function. So you can have 4 into y is equal to minus 1 to y is equal to 1. Square root of 1 minus y square dy will come. So square root of 1 minus y square, I have to collect that sum from that. You have that integration formula and you can get that one. That is okay, fine. I am following another path. See how easily one can get this one. Another path is, what I will do is that here, okay, the radius is 1 here. So for this one, there is something. See, for any curve, you have two types of representation, or in fact 3 types of representation. One is called Cartesian representation, that is x square plus y square is equal to 1. Another is called parametric representation for this curve. Parameter means x is equal to cos theta, y is equal to sin theta. Another one is, okay, something called, okay, this is parametric representation. Another is called polar representation. Okay, that polar representation I will talk about. So where is your xy? Actually, your xy is your xy. Where are you? Where are we? That's the question here. Where are we? That is the question here. Just right. We are inside the circle. Please remember, we are here, somewhere here. When we are somewhere there, I can be here, I can be here, I can be here. So my coordinates in polar frame are x is equal to r cos theta, r sin theta. So where is r? Our r is lies between 0 and 1, because this is 0 and the radius is 1 maximum. So our r lies between 0 and 1. What is theta in polar coordinates? This angle, positive angle. So you can be here, you can be here, you can be here or here, anywhere. So our theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. So if you talk in terms of Cartesian coordinates, you have along x-axis, along y-axis, street number, house number. You can take like that for Cartesian coordinates. But when it comes to polar coordinates, you have a reference axis, that's all, and a point, initial point. From that point, how far away from your house is, and how much angle that radius vector is making with the axis, reference axis. They are the things that determines the address. So sometimes when you are moving on a sphere, that is on when we are on Earth, we take polar coordinates, that is better. They're spherical coordinates, what we call. But when we are moving on space, then on sphere we'll stand and we look at x, y, z frame Cartesians. That is the application. So here what I do is that we apply x is equal to r cos theta, x is equal to r sin theta as our change of variable. So we are moving from, that's what here I mean, yeah, here some, yes, change of one frame xy to r theta frame you are moving. So you are in this region in r theta frame. What are the limits for r? The limits for r are 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to 1, because we are inside a circle of radius 1. And what are the theta values? 0, theta less than or equal to 2 pi. Right? Now see. Okay. It is mere imitation of single integral. So we are interested in this dx dy. Region is D. Now what I will do, I want to convert this into r theta frame. So I have to write dr d theta here. But see, when we are doing integration in one variables, put y is equal to put t is x is equal to t square, then dx is equal to 2t dt. We say like that. The 2t is the derivative, in fact. So here comes the Jacobian. Dx dy is the Jacobian into dr d theta. From where can I get this Jacobian? This Jacobian I can get from this transformation. X, Y, R, theta. So that Jacobian, okay, when we are talking about Jacobians in the previous class, we have dou X, Y, dou R, theta. This is, so we have XR, X theta, like that. So what is XR? Dou X, dou R means? Dou X, dou R means here, dou X, dou R. What is dou X, dou R here? Cos theta. Right, good. So dou X, dou R is cos theta here. Dou X, dou theta. Dou X, dou theta. Dou X, dou theta is, dou X, dou theta is minus R sin theta. Good, minus R sin theta. Right. Then dou y dou R. Dou y dou R is sin theta. What is dou y dou theta? Dou y dou theta is r cos theta. Dou y dou theta is r cos theta. Right. What is this Jacobian? This value is r cos square theta plus r sin square theta. See here.
R,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it is r. Right, good. It is r. So I say now, so your Jacobian is r. So here, okay, we simplify things, is equal to double integral r dr d theta we write. Now it is up to you. Of course, in GATE that much deep they may not go. When you come like this, you simply r is equal to 0 to 1 and theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi. See, this integration is easy because r square by 2. So inner integral is r square if you do with respect to r. R square by 2. So you will get 1 by 2. 1 by 2, is it right? 1 by 2 r square by 2, it is 1 by 2, right? 1 by 2 d theta here and 0 to 2 pi is there. Now 1 by 2 theta, so you are getting pi as the answer because unit circle area is pi. Unit circle area is pi. That is the ease here. If you follow this way, then it takes more time. But if you know that that dx dy is equal to Jacobian into dr d theta, then we are done. So Sometimes, most of the time, you are supposed to use only this x is equal to r cos theta, x is equal to y sin theta in gate questions. Please look into that. Okay. So this is yeah, right. So where are we? This is about change of variable. That is what I told you here in this slide. Then what did I do? Polar coordinates. Yes, I talked about polar coordinates. That's why R dr. Because see here, you may ask one thing here. You may get some, because I'll share this one PPT. So, don't look into all slides, because I kept this one in mind for any competitive exam. That's why I prepared. So don't go much into details. See here. Okay. This. Right. See here, the integrand is f. In our case, in the problem just now we have discussed, our f of xy is 1. So usually your f of xy, you have to convert into, suppose if our f of xy is say like in the previous case 6x square y, then you put x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta there, and then convert this whole thing in terms of r theta. That's what he means by. Then r dr d theta, r dr d theta will be common. R dr d theta will be common. That is what here we are getting. So this slide meaning is that I wrote r dr d theta. Where is that? R dr is here. R dr is here. D theta is here. I always suggest you to do like this only, because then in that case you will not get any confusion. R theta, you write first dr followed by d theta. Then see, that is the meaning of this idea. He is writing d theta here. If you write like this, it will be clear. First with respect to r, then followed by theta, like that. Okay. So this is right. So this is the one, and I think I need to check for mechanical engineering syllabus for grade. In that one, probably you may get somewhere in your other papers also, you may get that moment of inertia, etc. will come for you. If there is civil or mechanical, please take care of that. In that one, you can directly use these formulas, because you know how to evaluate double integrals, and you can get these two are important. Centroid, then you have that a homogeneous body and density distribution is different. If it is not homogeneous, density is not uniform. That's what. And then otherwise, the mass and the moment of inertia that we require. And you have, once you know the density, there are the applications I have given. Now we'll go directly to some problems. Okay. We'll see at least some problems we'll try to solve. So here, right, sin x plus y. So this is a double integral. Now you can ask, in this case, where is the region? In this case, where is the region? The region is trivial here. I'll tell you what is that region here. See, what is his integration? Okay. So this is our so you choose because luckily both are same numbers here. You have x here, y here. So x is pi by 2, 0, 0, pi by 2, y, I mean, okay. And this is the thing there. Sorry. See, x is varying from 0 to pi by 2, y is varying from 0 to pi by 2. Naturally, this is pi by 2, pi by 2. So if you want to do integration with respect to x first, draw a strip here. What is the x value here? X value is 0 here. What is x value here? X value is pi by 2. So you can write sin x plus y here x. X is from 0 to x is equal to pi by 2. Then you are moving y from here to here. What is y value here? Y is equal to 0 to y is equal to pi by 2. Or you can do with y and x also, the same thing you will get. So okay. So if we solve this, if we solve this, so what we are getting here is equal to y is equal to 0 to y is equal to pi by 2. Sin x plus y is cos minus cos x plus y. You have dy here, and you need to put x value as 0 here, pi by 2. So what we are getting here, minus y is equal to 0 to y is equal to pi by 2. If you put cos pi, so we have cos pi by 2 plus y minus cos pi by 2 plus 0 dy. So this is cos pi by 2 plus y. So this is equal to minus
Sir, it will be
you
0
have
plus y, sir. 0 plus y it will be.
0. Sorry, right. That is 0 plus y. You are right. 0 plus y. This is 0. Right. What you said is right. 0 plus y. So here cos pi by 2 plus y is minus, integral is there here. Minus sin y plus minus cos y. Right. Dy. So this is minus minus will go. So you have integral sin y is minus cos y, and cos y is sin y plus sin y you have. And here the y limits are 0 and pi by 2. So that is cos pi by 2 is 0, cos 0 is 1. So you have, for the first part, minus into minus is plus 1. Sin pi by 2 is 0. Minus sin 0 is so you have sin pi by 2 is 1. Sin pi by 2 is 1, right? So you are getting 2 as the answer. So 2 is the answer. D. I hope so, because in this one there are some errors. Yeah, okay, right. 1D is correct. So this is a simple one. I need not explain. Single integral. This is also single integral. You choose an appropriate right, see. The area enclosed between the parabola y is equal to x square in the straight line. Now he is asking about the area. So we have already done this one. That's what I say. This is a standard problem, parabola and line. So you have this, y is equal to x square and y is equal to 1. This he is asking for. So here already we have seen this is 1 comma 1. Area means simply double integral dx dy, that's all. So what are the limits here? Limits are, if you do with respect to x first, followed by y. So with respect to x, I mean what? X is equal to 1, 2. Here y is equal to x. Okay. X is equal to y2 plus root y. Y2, x is equal to here. X is equal to y2 plus root. And y naturally varies from 0 to 1. So what we are getting here, that is equal to y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. So x, so root y minus y. Root y minus y dy. So this is equal to y power half, half plus 1, 3 by 2, y power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2, that is 2 by 3, minus y square by 2. So it is 0 to 1 y. So 2 by 3 minus 1 by 2. 2 by 3 minus 1 by 2. I think I have not done any mistake here. 2 by 3 minus 1 by 2. Negative we are getting. No, some problem is there somewhere because area cannot be negative. Where did we go wrong? Dx dy. X varies from y to plus root y, right? So root y minus y. X varies from 0 to 1. Okay, y varies from 0 to 1. Here, yeah, right. Y varies from 0 to 1. So that is y power half means y power 3 by 2, 2 by 3 minus y square by 2. So if I do like that, if I put 1 there, 2 by 3, yeah, right, minus, oh, here half is there. That's the problem. Yeah, right. So 2 by 3 minus half. 2 by 3 minus half means 4 minus 3 by 6. 4 minus 3 by 6. Right.
It's 1 by
4
6.
minus 3. Yeah, right. 1 by
1.
6. So positive. Right. Okay. So 1 by 6. Yeah, B is the answer. When it comes to volume integral, I didn't go for this because today, unless we understand the double integral well, then you cannot go directly to triple integral. There is another movement because along z-axis you have to make a sheet. See volume. See, when you are covering the area, you are covering the area with lines. That is the secret behind the double integral. When you go for the triple integral, you have to take that volume into slices and then move the slice along z-axis or y-axis or x-axis. So we'll see in the next class about that. Okay, so double integrals only. We'll see one more problem and then we'll try to close. One more problem on double integral. Single integrals you can do, that's not an issue. See here. Okay, good. So this here, some difficult one is there, then I will do. That's what I'm thinking. Changing the order of integration. See, good. Now you tell me this I want. You need to respond here. Let me see here, Vinay. He has given 0 to 8, x by 4 to 2, f of xy dy dx. So, yeah, right. We will do one thing. I'll enlarge this. That is better way. Right. So, he want us to change. I already told you they'll ask like this only. So, see here. Right. He is asking us to write dx here first, followed by dy. But see, you need to get the region from this integral. So, that region, Okay, that how to move this one? Yeah, I forgot. Right. That region. See, you have with respect to y means you have y-axis here, x-axis here. You are doing with respect to y first means parallel to y-axis you have a strip. So here y is equal to x by 4, y is equal to 2. They are the limits. So y is equal to x by 4 means y is equal to x by 4 means it's a line passing through origin. It's a line passing through origin with the positive slope. Okay. So how can the graph looks like? X by 4 is less than x. So see, if roughly speaking, right, if this is my y is equal to x graph, my y is equal to x by 4 will graph will be something like this. It will be like this. 1/4 x by 4. Y value is x by 4. So it is lesser. And then y is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2 means what? Y is equal to 2 will be somewhere here. So it is a line like this. Now you have to find the intersecting point here. So x is, how can I find? So y is 2 means x is 8. So this is 8. So I am solving these two equations. Y is equal to 2 and y is equal to x by 4. So x is 8, x is 8, y is 2. Now your region of integration is, okay. This is our region of integration. Sorry, no. Your region of integration is y is equal to x by 4 too. So your region of integration will be this because you have this strip. Here y is equal to x by 4. Here y is equal to 2. Done. Once we identify this, then if you want to change the order of integration, then draw a strip parallel to x-axis. So what is the x value here? X is 0 here. What is the x value here? X value here is 4y. X value here is 4y. So you have
4y.
0.
Option A, sir. 4y.
Option A. I have option A. Where is that? Is it right? Good. Oh, what is Q? He is asking. Very good. So you are right. Okay, you got now?
Yes, sir.
So, right. Okay. We will meet tomorrow possibly because we have not. Tomorrow, I the same. Are you having? Okay, let me stop the recording first. Just wait for a while. Are you having tomorrow